Hello. Hello. Hello.
Everyone standing on the back, please take your seats.
Hello, good evening. Can everybody hear me? Yes. Yes. Okay, please settle down. About to start our program. Okay, there is a closer. Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Peace Center and our organizing committee, it is my heartful pleasure to welcome you all to our 7th Health and Wellness Seminar, Healthy Hearts and Peaceful Life. Today we gather not just for another event, but for a shared purpose, to take one more step towards living healthier, more peaceful lives in a world that often pushes us in every direction but inward. This seminar is especially meaningful as we dedicate it to memory of our friend and community leader, late Mr. Ramesh Ramnani, a man whose quiet strength and unwavering support helped shape the spirit of this organization. His legacy reminds us of the power of kindness, community, and purposeful living. Our goal today is simple: to inspire you with knowledge, to encourage positive action, and to remind each other that peace begins with us, starting with our health. A healthy heart isn't just a medical goal. It's a metaphor for compassion, for connection, for courage to change old habits and embrace new ones. I personally remember a time in my life when I was too busy to pay attention to my own well-being. We often take our health for granted until it slows us down. That experience made me realize that no matter how successful we may be outwardly, the true peace and joy come when our mind, body, and spirit are in harmony. That's why today's program is so special. I want to sincerely thank all our esteemed speakers, cardiologists, dietitians, yoga experts, and doctors who have generously offered their time to share their wisdom with us. They are leaders not just in their fields, but in compassion. And to our event chair, co-chair, and the entire organizing committee, thank you for your incredible dedication. It takes a village to create something meaningful, and this room is proof of what a unified community can do. Let today be the beginning of something new, a healthier heart, a more peaceful life, and a stronger commitment to caring for ourselves and each other. Thank you once again for being here, and I wish you a wonderful and enriching seminar. Now I will like to introduce my colleagues here. If I can get to them.
Master Vector, our enemies are using their mirror shields to destroy the core guns one by one. What's the counterattack?
What are we doing?
Starting.
Yeah, but what is this? Okay, I would like to introduce next person here, Ms. Rajeshwari Kulkarni and Priya Kumar. Rajeshwari is Vice President of Marketing and Business Development at Hema Seven Pharma. Passionate about art, music, and literature, poetry, and mathematics. And Priya Kumar is current U.S. Ambassador and a global citizen of culture and compassion. trained classical dancer and vocalist who has performed internationally. Peace begins with a smile, a philosophy that reflects both her grace and her leadership.
Thank you. Hello everyone. Priya is not here, so I'm gonna do this by myself. A small prayer to start the event.
Wait.
Take the music. Sorry about that.
वो जरा जोर से बोल रहा था तो सुनाई नहीं दी। जो भी चाहिए स्पीक लाउडर क्योंकि सब रिजेक्ट हो गए। ओके
It's on the phone.
Hello, we'll start now. Ganesh Stuti, please come on the stage. Thank you.
Shri
Who doesn't know? The founder and president of Gen Center of Ohio and Los Angeles. Also, she is fundraising for the underprivileged in India and USA. Welcome, Leela Mehta.
My dear community members, invited guests, I am missing council members, friends and family. I feel honored. To welcome you, and I will join my hand for Vande, Vandan and Namaste to all of you. Please, as a human being, we have the power to come together, assist each other, and strive for a peaceful environment. As a human being, we are, with the God's grace and blessing, this Peace Center is designed to bring peace around. Now, give me a moment for our invocation prayer. Great God, great life giver, give us a sense to unite with each other, work hard to bring peace wherever we are, and somehow we can create a few drops of peace and some peace vibration around. A few peace drops, it will be really gives us a satisfaction of doing good peace work. Today we are joined here to do some positive work, some peace work. And other thing, that we came from 10,000 miles away for the good opportunity and good career and good life, and we settled here in USA. We should return our obligation to our adopted country, which gives us a great career, better opportunity to grow good life, bread and butter. It's time to pay back to our adopted country, USA, where we are living. Let's bring few peace vibration around with good positive activities and few peace drop for our own satisfaction to doing some good job. Situation around and in front of us, badly, very bad, devastated and weapon-wounded world and down, depressed, hungry and crying humanity. If you open your eyes, as the evening TV show opens, and you will see the destruction and very bad feeling around, which we never thought that at a 1 second or 1 minute, 10,000 people will go down. Our highly technology which going towards negativity. At this time, for us, our lay people, we are family-minded people. We are loving a very nice, peaceful, enjoyable, peaceful life and community we want to enjoy. Heavy tension of fear because of gun and everything and probably threatening our existence, we are able to survive? There is a question. Our children are not safe in school and college. We never thought that when we send the children, there will be a gun also. So please, I will tell you one more thing, that I don't feel safe in shopping center either. We are not safe at all. It's a very serious thing. Right here, I will let you know that 50 people, a lay people, a normal life, they got together with the fear and tension. What should we do here? What we can do? We are not the big politician. We are not the army. We can take very fast decision. Oh, okay. As a lay people, family loving person, we like the group of people got together and they thought we need peace. We live normally without any fear. And they decide to do positive peace activities, meet, greet and mingle on the name of peace. This way we can do something because we are able to unite. We can work together, we enjoy our company. Everything, if it is in a positive way, in the good work, we are able to enjoy, and that's the only one way we have left, how we can become fearless. Now, this group of 50 people have decided to start the Peace Center, and they, as a positive activities, they decided to meet on International Day, 2nd October, and celebrate. It is decided by United Nations. All over the world, people are enjoying that day on the name of peace and non-violence. Sorry, I will finish fast. To give, get, and get peace, they started Peace Center. It's not one man show. There are a group of 50 people at this time working in committee, and there is a 8 board member. So, last 3 years we have started this project, and 9 seminars we have finished: interfaith, peace leader and their principal, and walkathon for our value with 3 generations together. As a lay people, we may not able to do so much, but from my heart to your heart, from my house to your house, there will be a talk about peace. There will be some good work to follow and get rid of our fear. So now last thing, we have finished this 9 seminars very successfully, and now the last thing I will ask a group of 50 people committee. We like to stretch our hand and ask your support. We ask, मन वचन काया से आपका श्रृंगार मिल जाए, ऐसा मैं सोच रही हूँ. और with our mind, soul and spirit, we will follow the good activities for peace ahead. Okay, I hope Peace Center and Peace Mission, Jai Ho, we are able to do. And please join more and more people. You can do some activities, you can be a volunteer, you can be anything, but bring the positive activities to get the peace around and in front of us. Thank you.
Dr. Jason.
Dapeni introducing you. Introduce her. Aparna. Aparna.
Dr. Jaisha is the chair of this evening and also internist in practicing Arcadia, and he has committed with recently has received a big award in Jain conference, right, Doctor?
Yes.
Yeah, and he's been doing a community service. Welcome, he will be the one main person today who will be taking care of all our speakers who are highly speaking here. Thank you. Dr. Jaisha, you are here.
Thank you, Aparna-ji. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
I would like to start with that. Thank you all for coming here on Saturday morning. There are so many things you can do on Saturday morning at home, but you are here. That means you have a heart for your heart. Our program is Healthy Heart and Peaceful Life. Without having a healthy heart, we cannot have peaceful life. So we have picked the right topic today. Before we start our program, I have few housekeeping announcements and a humble request. My humble request is, I know we are a little bit delayed on our program, but we will try to catch up, and we want to finish our program in respect of time and respect to everyone. We need to be courteous to everyone. My announcements are: one, while our speakers are talking, please listen to them. Do what we are here for, rather than having chatting in the back. So those who are standing in the back or chatting, I would humbly request, take your seats and listen to our presenters and our speakers. If you have your cell phones with you, please turn them off or put them on silent so we do not disturb the speakers. I don't think nowadays anyone is using pager, but if you are using pager, turn them off. If you need to use restroom is on the back left. Without interrupting anyone, you can do what you need to do. And my last but not least request to our speakers is, please stick to your time. You will be given your time and try to finish within the given time so that we can finish the program on time. Having said that, I would request our first speaker. Before I do that, I want to introduce my co-chair, Dr. Aparna Hande. She has been very diligent about helping us out. She was awarded a Woman of the Year by the local organization, state organization. She has worked in 3 continents. She is retired RN, and also she has worked in Army. So please give a big round of applause to her. And Dr. Rohini Joshi, if you read something over there, it's a typo error. She's a very good neurologist, and she has a heart for seniors. She has been working for seniors and their memory, and she has been devoting her time to serve the community. So please give a big round of applause to my co-chair, Dr. Rohini Joshi. Please rise. Thank you, Dr. Joshi. Thank you. And without delaying, let me introduce, and please join me in welcoming our first speaker, Dr. Satinder Swarup. Dr. Swarup is a very well-renowned cardiologist, has been practicing for a long time. I think he started practice medicine before even I was, while I was in my short. So he has very good experience. After finishing his residency and fellowship at UCLA, for a short time he worked at City of Hope, and then he started his private practice in Orange County. He has served as a chief of staff at Fountain Valley Medical Center. He also served as a president of Orange County, Indian Medical Association of Orange County, and he has served in many different boards. Currently, he is on the staff of full-time faculty at UC Irvine, and his special interest in meditation. He has been practicing Transcendental Meditation Association board member. He is also board member of Maharishi Mahesh Yogi Peace and Yajna Foundation. So, without any delay, I would like to invite Dr. Swaroop to give us a talk about what is heart disease, how it happens, and what can you do to prevent it. We have arranged the program in a way that one specialist will talk about what it is and how you can prevent it, and then we'll have an expert who can help us, if it happens, how to treat it. So please welcome Dr. Satinder Swaroop. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Floor is yours now.
Thank you.
And you have total of 15 minutes, out of which I have taken 2 minutes, so you have 13 minutes left. Thank you.
ये आपका प्रोग्राम है जैसे आप कहेंगे हम लोग करेंगे. Thank you, Dr. Shah, for your kind words. It's a great joy to see everyone who's here, and I would like to thank you again. I'm glad you are here to discuss heart disease and cardiovascular disease. So I'm kind of extending it a little bit because heart and cardiovascular are kind of connected. Hopefully you'll find enough information today to make yourself more heart healthy, make your family heart healthy. As Dr. Shah introduced, I am a practicing cardiologist, and I've been practicing for a long time in Orange County. Before that, I was in LA. Currently, I'm a faculty at UC Irvine Medical College. So I'm practicing there, and we also have students. So my interest in heart disease has been there for a long time, and I continue to think that heart is very important. We all should have heart, and hopefully you'll learn more. I'm sure you know already. We'll just try to see what more we can let you know about the heart. And we may have to rush through, as Dr. Shah said, we have short time. So, do I push the slide or do you? Okay. Next one. Let's see the next one. So this is the picture of the heart. Those of you who may not have seen it. Is it visible? Can you see from front? So you see those red lines, the thin ones, those are what we call as coronary arteries, because you probably heard somebody has a heart disease, coronary disease. That's one thing. And the big thick one is the aorta, which takes all the blood from the heart and then gives to the organs so that we get enough oxygen. And then something which is not shaded, that's the heart muscle. So the muscle is a pump. The red arteries are branches which feed the pump, and then the aorta takes the oxygen. Now the one we don't show there, heart also has heart valves, and we have 4 valves. So they all work together. So the heart is a pump, it pumps blood. It has an electrical system which wires just like you have in your cars, spark plugs, and then also have pipelines which just like you have gas pipe in your car. So those are the arteries. So that's the normal heart. Now what happens, next please, as time goes, on the left side of the screen is a normal artery. So there's no blockage, you got a good flow. And as we progress, you have small blockage, you have more blockage, and that's what we want to prevent. Heart healthy would be, we just want to stay first, second, maybe third. We don't want to go all the way to the end. At the end one is where you see the dark thing. There's a clot there, there's a thrombus, and then if that closes the artery, that's when the heart doesn't get enough blood. Just like if you have a tree, and the tree branch is getting water, if the branch gets blocked, that portion of the tree is not going to be alive. That's what we call a heart attack. The next one. So there are risk factors. So that's I think why we are here. We know about all these things. What can we do? Certain things we can prevent and certain we can't. On the left side you see the risk factors which can be modified, and those are high blood pressure as well as blood pressure, I'm sure you all heard. So blood pressure, there is a number, and we'll go next slide. Smoking, hopefully not too many are smoking. Unfortunately, in India, people are still smoking. and the cholesterol, which we all hear all the time. So we can control that, we can fix that. We have great dietitians here who will tell you how to reduce your cholesterol. And then, of course, lack of regular activity. If you walk, you can help the heart disease. If you don't, the heart gets more sick, so to speak. Weight gain, obesity, I'm sure you all heard. What happens is regular weight is okay, maybe medium is okay, but if you have too much weight, it causes inflammation and then causes arteries get blocked and you get heart attack. And of course, the most common is diabetes. Diabetes is a very highly prevalent disease amongst Indians, both in US as well as in India. I was talking to some of my friends who were practicing in India. They said in 2030, India will become called the capital of the world diabetes. The highest number of diabetic patients world will be in India, so which is sad, but that's why they are also working very hard to see how they can prevent the effect of diabetes. The factors we can change. These are age. As you get older, the heart gets more atherosclerosis, so you can prevent getting it. Once you find out, please let us know. We'll all follow you. Gender. The male persons have practically more heart problem than female, and it's up to age 50 approximately. After that, becomes even, and as progresses, the women take over men. So the older women, unfortunately, get more than their share of heart disease. Also, family history. Family history is that is one of we call about gene factor. If people who have who have family members who have had heart disease, they're more likely to have heart disease. Now, it's not all that way. If you have bad family history, you can still change. How do you change it? Like we said, the genes can express, but you can prevent gene expression. Let's say somebody is obese, have family history of heart disease and diabetes. If they lose weight, you can prevent gene expression. So that's something new we are learning. Before they said, well, if you have a bad gene, that's it, you'll end up it. But now there is more research showing that gene expression, the gene is there, it's silent. But if somebody is preventing the environment, let's say if you lose weight, then your gene will not express. You can, and then reversely, let's say if you have a lot of weight and you lose weight, then diabetes can get better. And I have patients in my own practice who actually have gotten better after they lost their weight, and even they went after medications. Race, we can change. So unfortunately, the race we are looking at here in this room, mostly, this because South Asians or Indian continent, which includes Bangladesh, Pakistan, Afghanistan, we have very high talk of heart disease, and it's highest in the world. And even those who have moved here, we didn't leave that behind. We still have that problem. So race you cannot change. On the other hand, if you have that issue, then you have to be more proactive. So let's not ignore, like go have some big parties, have a lot of mithais and laddus and everything, which may be okay once a month, but you have to be more careful. So your guidelines are a little bit more stricter than people who live here. And of course, person who already has had a heart problem or a stroke, they are going to have a higher risk. So the main reason we are talking here is to, yes, things are there, but we work on it. Like Ilaji said, there is war, but there is peace. So what we are going to, yes, we are in a group where we have a lot of heart disease, but we need to do something, so we are proactive. So one other thing, next one please. Okay, exercise is one of the easiest, cheapest, doesn't cost any money. All you have to do is get up and walk. And maybe just you need shoes, you probably already have, I think, everybody in this room. So if you can walk 30 minutes a day, and you can do more, but minimum, I'm talking about minimum is 30 minutes. It doesn't have to be jogging, it doesn't have to be any big, you just walk. And what exercise will do, it improves blood circulation, also helps your weight, and then those who smoke, it does help quitting smoking, reducing smoking. And then, of course, cholesterol level. If you walk regularly, your cholesterol level will be improving. Everything safe, still peaceful. Ilaji, we have to be peaceful. आप यहाँ बैठे हैं ना, तो peace तो आपको देना है हमें. And then, of course, helps your blood pressure. More you walk, your blood pressure will come down. Also, it's good for your bones. Once you're born, as we get older, bones get softer. Especially, a lot of people don't eat dairy products because we're worried about cholesterol. Your bone gets softer. So if you walk, your bone gets more activity. And then, of course, I'm sure all of you know, boost your energy level. If you're walking, your endorphins come, which is a hormone the body produces, and you feel better. So exercise is one of our main mantra today, that if we exercise, we can prevent and cure a lot of that. And then it also reduces anxiety. Next one. Yeah. It will reduce anxiety. Of course, sleep. I don't know how many people in this room have difficulty sleeping. Can you raise your hands? How many have difficulty sleeping? Just 5. I see a lot more in my practice. And one of the things I recommend that they should do exercise. And then the other thing is reduces the heart incidence by 25%. That's a huge improvement. And it doesn't cost you anything. It's better than any medicine we know of, other than maybe statins. So 25% reduction is a huge reduction. And then of course it helps reduce stroke. And then even people who have chronic pains and all that, if they walk, muscles get less stiff and they help the chronic pain as well. The other one we are talking about is about the blood pressure, which I'm sure you all heard. Unfortunately, blood pressure is very common. 1 out of 3 to 4 people, currently is 1 out of 3 person in the US have high blood pressure. And what is high blood pressure? You know, the numbers you may have heard, one is called systolic, which is the top, and diastolic is the bottom one. So normal blood pressure should be, top one should be less than 120, and the bottom should be less than 80. And when you have 120 to 129, you got elevated, not necessarily that you need medication, but lifestyle intervention like cutting down your salt intake, doing more exercise, trying to lose weight. And if it does, then the next stage, we call stage 1, is between 130 to 139, systolic, diastolic 80 to 89. And then of course, if it's more than 140, it's stage 2, and diastolic will be 90. And of course, if you have more than 180, you need to go to the emergency room and see what they can do for that. Now, the other one, which I'm sure the dietitians are going to talk more about that, nutrition. That, I'm sure you all heard, you are what you eat, and that we pretty much ignore that, but it is kind of true. See what you eat, even in Gita, you have a different food. You have tamas food and sattvic food, and it is actually true. Sattvic food would be relaxing, maybe your blood pressure will not go there. If you eat tamas, meat, fried food, a lot of chilies, which actually will not be good for that. So, in general, and I quote the dietitian is going to say more about that. So we recommend fruits and vegetables, 4 to 5 cups a day. If those who do eat meat, you can have fatty fish, which is salmon. Then of course, fiber-rich grains. The protein-rich food, again, 5 to 6 ounces. On the dairy, you can have a low fat.
Excuse me, can I ask such a nice series, few more minutes to prolong?
If everybody wants it, so you don't have any problem.
Okay.
How many minutes more I have?
You have 3 more minutes left.
Okay, we'll go to the next one. So diet I'm going to skip now since we don't have less time. Can you go to diabetes? Want to keep going, please? Yeah. So the diabetes, as we said, it is the most important thing for the Indian population. So we have type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is more when pancreas doesn't produce any insulin. That's more for younger people or children. Type 2 is the most adults have. And for that, the sugar is high and you're gonna have to treat it by actively reducing carbohydrate intake, and it's more common. Now, what causes cardiovascular disease? Next one. It affects your tension, high cholesterol, high stress. So then the arteries get normal arteries like we saw, they are nice and smooth. But when you have these risk factors, the blockage in the heart. So if the blockages get severe, like we said in the second slide, the dark part, the artery gets blocked, you get a heart attack. Now that's what I hope everybody knows what is a heart attack. You feel certain pressure, squeezing, fullness of pain in the center of the chest or in both arms, shortness of breath without chest discomfort, or feeling of cold sweat. If you have that, don't ask your husband or wife to drive, call the 911. Because if you can get to the hospital in time, they can fix the heart, save the heart, and you can walk normal after that. But if you keep wasting time worrying about should I call, then it's a bad story. The same thing with the stroke, you feel sudden numbness and weakness, and again you can go to the emergency room via ambulance, and they have medication they can give you to dissolve the blood clot. The other forms, next one please. Also, other forms of heart disease can be like people get short of breath, they can get arrhythmia, which means they don't have pain, but the heart is fluttering. And now sometimes you have palpitations which are not that dangerous, but there are some, you can have a totally normal heart, you can have sudden death, which we hear about, like I'm sure some of you may have your friends over here, and even in India, that the arrhythmia comes, the heart stops, with no warning. So that is a different kind of heart disease, and there are screening tests you can have. And then this one, since we have everybody here in red today, yeah. The women have they are a little bit different because, nature make everybody little. Now, most people have blockage in the big arteries, you get clot and heart attack. But in women, sometimes they have chest pain, they have different symptoms, but they do the angiogram and they don't find any blockage. What they have is, let's go to the next one. So 1 out of 3 women die of heart attack. So much more than breast cancer. And I know breast cancer, everybody gets a mammogram every year, but heart disease actually causes more deaths. And part of the reason is, let's go to the next one, the microvascular disease. Yeah, so the big arteries are okay, but as you see the threads there, they're small arteries, they're clean, but they are responsive, they get spasm, which means they close, due to hormonal imbalance, and that's called microvascular disease. So many times, many good doctors also get confused. Somebody goes there, women, and they say, oh, I have chest pain, do their angiogram, the test, everything is normal. They say, well, maybe you got too much stress. That may not be the only thing. They may have what is called microvascular disease, and that is more recognized now, and there are more tests available. So all it is that if you keep having pain, you have to be persistent and tell the doctor, no, it's not all in my head. I actually am having symptoms. So they can do special tests. An angiogram alone will not be able to find out. The next one, and we're going to speed through it. So this is also called syndrome X. So this is the women, especially starting around, even in younger women or even like menopausal time, they'll have this spasm, chest pain, and everything comes normal, and they keep telling, well, it's all in your head. So be persistent. The last one here. So now I guess we are here to see how do we prevent it. So just repetition of what I just said. Please eat healthy. Listen to the dietitians. Also stay active, exercise, And Jayashri ji is here. She's going to tell you all the yoga things she's doing herself. And she's a good example of a yogic woman. And then also lose and manage your weight. The weight is a risk factor, especially it causes inflammation, and you want to cut down it by losing weight. And then sleep. You know, we all know about sleep. Please get healthy sleep. And before only sleep 3 hours, 4 hours. That's not good. We need 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And blood pressure, of course, we want to keep the blood pressure 120 over 80, 130 over 80 range. If it goes up, you have to do. And if some of you might be taking medication now, please check it, because I have patients even now, some of them, every 90 days they come to the clinic and say, what's your blood pressure last 3 months ago? Well, we checked it when you were here 3 months ago. That's not enough. You have to check it. And they are available, they don't cost that much money. And one tip, if you're buying, don't buy the fancy one with the wrist blood pressure, do the one with the arm. The wrist ones are fancy, they look good, but they're not accurate. And then, of course, blood sugar, you have to make sure blood sugar is under control. Cholesterol, that is, I want to emphasize, cholesterol level, the bad cholesterol called LDL, over here we recommend that patient should have less than 100. And that's the guideline, American Heart Association, American College of Cardiology. But in India, they have so much heart disease, and I'm in touch with them, actually I'm part of the Lipid Association of India, and their guideline is 70. So they keep saying that Indians, whether they are in US or back home, your LDL, the bad cholesterol, should be below 70 in normal people. Or if they already had a heart attack or a bypass surgery, then it has to be lower. But in US we say 100, and then if you have a heart attack, then 70. But in India they are trying to bring it down, because that's the only way you're going to control the epidemic of heart disease in India and Indians here. And of course, smoking is a big risk factor, so we recommend everybody, please don't smoke. If you're smoking, seek help. So prevention is the best thing. We have great treatment. We have another cardiologist who's going to talk about how to treat. My mantra here is prevent it. And when you're taking things, stay on the medications, you don't stop. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Swarup. Excellent talk. Please give a big round of applause to Dr. Swarup. Thank you again. Thank you. In his busy time, he took time to talk to us. We are so thankful to you. Thank you. I think you would all agree with me that this is such an important topic that no matter how much time we give to our speakers, that's not enough. But I'm being in a dilemma or a difficult situation. I was given limited time that we have to finish in the certain time, and it plays between discipline and ideology, realistic thing and dilemma. So this is my dilemma. I'm trying my best, and to save time, what I would do, no offense to our speakers, but I will try to minimize my time in their introduction so that we can use more time in what really we want to hear. If you want to know more about them, it will be on the screen. Now going back to our original topic, like lifespan versus health span. I'm sure you would agree that health span would be more important than the lifespan. You don't want to live a long life, but if it's not a healthy life. So to stay healthy, what we need to do. Dr. Swarup told us what to do to prevent it. But even after living the good life and trying to prevent it, if it happens, what to do. And our next speaker would educate us and talk to us about what to do if it happens. Dr. Narayan Devraj, he is a very well-known cardiologist. I think before I say more, Elaben has some pressing question or answer topic. So go ahead, Elaben, you talk about it.
Ask your permission, because of some confusion, our appetizer and tea was not on table. But if you can give permission, 2 people at a time peacefully pick up their things, I will be very happy.
This is peace seminar, so please follow the peace. And if you really want to have some appetizers, peacefully take the appetizers without interrupting anyone, and Kandaji, Mr. Kanda will tell you what to do.
Okay, we have Jain food on the side. We have sign over there. Please do not take Jain food if you are not Jain. So because we have only limited quantity for the Jain people only. So please do not touch Jain food if you are not Jain.
Please.
Thank you so much.
Please let them, we are going on lecture, but 2 at a time is enough.
Thank you, Naben. So point is that you are allowed to do it, but without interrupting our program, because program is more important, and you can have your snacks. Do not interrupt anyone, do not make any noise. Thank you. Can we understand? Please go 2 or 3 people at a time rather than having any long line. So let me introduce our next speaker, Dr. Narayan Devraj. He is very well known cardiologist in Orange County here. After finishing his cardiology fellowship, he started his practice. Currently he is practicing at several hospitals in Orange County, including NI Memorial Hospital, where he is also chairman of cardiology department. And his interest is in heart diseases, how to prevent them, how to treat them. Plus he has special interest in diabetes, high cholesterol and hypertension. So without any ado, I would like to invite Dr. Devraj. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Devraj. He will talk to us, if it happens, how to prevent it. So he's talking about health span, not the lifespan. Please, come on here. Thank you very much, Dr. Devraj, for accepting our invitation and giving us, educating us. Thank you. You have 14 minutes of time.
Sure, no problem. I'll try to be short. I'm short. I'll try to be short.
Good morning. Welcome to you all. I've been in practice. Of course, I followed the footsteps of Dr. Swaroop. I came to Orange County and I've been practicing since. And my specialty is pretty similar to him. I do interventional cardiology, which is more using devices and other things to help people with heart problems. And I will be talking about what kind of devices that we can use if people come up with heart attacks or having chest pain symptoms, or if they're having problems related to their heart rhythm, how we can treat them, and how can we make their quality of life better. As Dr. Swaroop alluded to, the heart is essentially a pump made out of special muscle, which has its own plumbing system, and also it has certain valves, and then also has its own electrical system. So at about 20 weeks in pregnancy, the fetus starts having the heartbeats start, and then of course it ends when the life ends. So to maintain all these things, the heart has to be kept healthy, and he gave the idea of how to keep your heart healthy. Of course, if you develop hardening of the arteries, you will have symptoms of what we call angina, and usually that can be treated with medication. However, when the chest pains become more severe and you have to treat them with certain devices, we will do what they call angioplasty and placement of stents. There are also other problems that are associated with regards to the heart problems. You can have rhythm problems, and also you can have leaky valves or valves that are very tight and make it difficult for the heart to pump the blood throughout the body. And then in those situations, we can take care of the valve and replace the valves. The most common cardiac devices include the stents, heart valves, and pacemakers. each of these devices have their own unique purpose, and also the stents are basically small tubes that allow the blood to flow through blocked arteries. And the valves regulate the flow between different chambers of the heart and pump the blood all over the body and provide the oxygen supply to all the vital organs. To maintain the steady pumping and steady heartbeat, we have what called inborn pacing system. However, when it goes out of whack, we have external devices that we can use to control the heart rhythm and also maintain the heart rhythm so that the person can function normally. Next slide. So the stents and valves. Yeah, this is an example of what happens when hardening of the arteries develop and the arteries become narrow and reduce circulation to the heart muscle. So one of the symptoms that you have when the heart circulation is reduced, you may get short of breath, and more commonly you may have chest pains. Of course, in men, it's fairly typical. People get this angina, which is chest pain, whereas in women, the symptoms may be just having shortness of breath and not being able to do their normal housework or even just walking around the house. So in those situations, we have to be extremely sensitive and then do necessary tests to find out whether there are any blockages. If we do find the blockages, we have ways of going through with what we call catheters into the heart and also into each blood vessels, and then pass these special balloons which carry these stents with them. And as the picture shows, you can expand the balloon and have the stents deployed within the vessel and making the vessel wide open so that the blood can flow without any restriction. And these stents also have certain medications which prevents new blockages developing. This is not alone enough, that's why we need to also take medications like cholesterol reducing medications and also stop smoking and other things so that the vessels do not develop more blockages. Next slide, please. And talking about the valves, there are 4 valves in the heart, but most of the times we have difficulty with the aortic valve, which is the main artery that supplies the blood to the whole of the body. That has a valve that can develop calcium, and then the valves can become very narrow and not allow the blood to flow, or it can become leaky. In either case, we used to do open heart surgery and replace the valve by opening the heart and replacing the valve. However, technology has developed, and now cardiologists, without having to open the chest, we can actually insert the valve through the groin and replace certain valves. And I think there is a couple of pictures which shows basically, one of them is the aortic valve, which is the main artery on the left side. And that is the catheter that comes from the groin, and we can deploy the valve right inside that and make sure that blood flows through. And the other side shows what they call the mitral valve, which is also a major valve. And for that, you go through the vein from the groin and then go across into the main chamber and then replace the valve. These are technically very, very demanding, and also they are very sophisticated. With all the training that we have these days, these are made fairly easy, and also patients do not spend much time in the hospital. Most of them stay overnight and then be able to resume their activity within a matter of a day or two. So there has been a lot of development in this regard. And do not, they're not working in isolation. It has to be associated with still healthful diet, exercise, and medications. All of these are combined, and the combined effort to make these things last. The valves are actually used to be mechanical valves, which were made out of certain metals. But nowadays, these valves are made with tissues that are derived from either the beads or from the covering of the heart of the beef. because of the big pericardium, the covering, they use that to make these valves. So they function more like normal valves, however they have shorter life because they are made out of certain animal tissues. However, they have been very successful, and different age groups demand for different kinds of valves, and I don't have the time to go into the details of those things. And next comes the pacemakers. Pacemakers are commonly used devices that are used for regulating the rhythm. Through the ages, the heart has its own pacemaker and it regulates itself. When there is demand, heart goes fast. When there is no demand, heart goes slow. And if you're athletic, you can slow your heart down and still function. However, when in a disease state, people, as we get older, sometimes we start having slow heartbeat in spite of not having any other health issues. And also sometimes we have to be on certain medications for the heart, and that makes the heart slow. When the heart goes slow, you tire easily, you cannot walk and you cannot perform. When you try to exercise, your heart rate doesn't pick up because your own pacemaker is not working well. In those situations, we introduce these pacemakers. So here is the schematic diagram of that. You can see that in the left chest there is a small can that has all the computer chips and all the necessary wiring that would send messages to the right chambers of the heart. From that, you can maintain your heart rate at a minimum and also increase the rate up to a particular maximum. Of course, if you're doing very exacting sports, it may not be helpful, but for normal life, these pacemakers are very essential, and they will allow you to continue your functioning normally without having disease spells or blackout spells, which can happen if your heart goes too slow or too fast. There are also what they call devices which are very much like the pacemaker, but they are also capable of giving electrical shocks and also try to make the heart rhythm slow or fast depending on what is required. These are all computerized, and they basically provide the necessary support when the electrical system in the heart stops working. So those are called AICD, or automatic implantable cardiac defibrillators. A lot of the people who have had bad hearts due to heart attack and all, they have these rhythm problems wherein the heart goes very fast, and sometimes they may black out or even go into cardiac arrest. In those situations, these are very life-saving devices which will provide the shock and get the heart back into rhythm so that they can still continue living. These basically are the devices. Of course, there are newer devices for those people who have exhausted all the medications and gotten all kinds of technology used to survive. In spite of that, the heart muscle is so damaged that it no longer functions well. In those situations, one may need a new heart or a heart transplant. However, as a bridge between, because there aren't that many new hearts available, because we only get new hearts if somebody young dies or in an accident or other reasons. In those situations, we can get them as a heart donor, and a new heart can be put in, but not everybody can get it. In those situations, we have what they call left ventricular assist device. These are small pumps that can be implanted close to the heart, and they will essentially circulate your blood and give the rest to your heart muscle. And also, sometimes when we are going from with the cardiac arrest and we are going to do some major procedures, they have other devices which will support the circulation. Of course, I don't have too much time to show all these various modalities that we use, but there has been so much of progress and also ongoing progress, and hopefully we will have functioning implantable hearts. There is the Jarvik Heart 7, which is available, which you can implant, and it can, people are living 7, 8, 10 years. It can be done, but at the same time, we do not have that those things still working to our best ability. So that will be in the future, and it will probably, hopefully, come through in our lifetime. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Thank you very much, Dr. Devraj. He educated us about what is available now, what can be done if you get a heart attack. Now, before I introduce our next speaker, I thought in the world, we are the Indian community is the most disciplined and educated community. Do you agree with me? Yes, sir. Then why are we not behaving like one? Okay, so my request, I don't know how to request everyone. Those who are standing in the back, it's my humble request. Humble. You understand the word humble request. Please take your seats. Try not to talk. If you need to talk, you will have a lot of time to talk after the program, but please respect our speakers. They are here to educate us. We are here to listen to them. And if we don't do that, what's the purpose of being here? So that's one. And two, I have a challenge to all of you. Let's see who wins this competition. The person who can eat these snacks or these appetizers without making any noise with your silverware and the dishes. Can you do this? Let me see who wins this competition. Now I'm watching everyone and see who wins this competition. Please try to do your best not to make any noise by touching your silverware with your dishes, because that's the one that's making noise and it's disturbing our speakers and the rest of the listeners. Having said that, I want to thank Dr. Swaroop and Dr. Devraj that they educated us. After following these instructions, what happens, people live to 100, 105, 110. Myself being a geriatrician, I have many patients who are more than 100. And I can tell you my personal example, the person, she turns 100 and the TV people, they are coming to take her interview and they asked her, what's the secret, what's the fun about being 100? And you know, this lady is so smart and so intelligent. She looks at the reporter in her eyes and says, you know what? No peer pressure. Our next speaker is, can I request those people who are taking pictures, we can have those pictures a little later. Please take your seats. Who does not know Dr. Gunwant Mehta in this room? Everyone, we all know Dr. Gunwant Mehta. He is a retired radiologist. He has been serving this community for many, many years. He is also on board of Indian Physicians Association in Southern California and part of this Peace Center. His hard work, he's a silent worker. He stays behind, let other people work, but with his work we have been where we are. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Gunwant Mehta. He will talk about his personal experience of heart disease, how he has managed it, how he has lived it, and he can share his experience, and we'll ask him to finish his talk within 12 to 13 minutes, if you don't mind, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Friends, I'm not here in front of you like a physician, give you any advice, nothing. I'm going to tell you my story of the heart disease and how we have survived. Hopefully you will learn about something, maybe help you in your life or your friends. Nonetheless, I'm at present 83-year-old. I'm in pretty good shape. I walk every day almost 3 miles. So you can see I'm 83 and I'm still doing good. Now why I'm telling you story? Because the biggest thing in our life, we know you are all, as I mentioned, you are all educated. You are graduate, double graduate. But still, we are in a phase of denial and inaction. You know all about it, you know about what it can happen, and still not doing anything about it. So I'm going to tell you my story a little bit about it, and hopefully that will help. I'm in an active practice of radiology, in a city called Toledo, Ohio, which is very south of Detroit. And I'm 48 years old. And I have worked very hard in the medical hierarchies to become a chief of staff, become a departmental head, run the Radiological Society of Northwest Ohio, and many, many more. We opened the temple. What I'm telling you, because there was a tremendous amount of stress that I was going through, without realizing, thinking that, I'm doing so good. I'm chair of this and chair of that, chair of that. It only satisfies myself that I'm something. But for the rest of the people, what you say, it was that, okay, what a big deal, right? So you have to put into the perspective. Okay, now I'm 43 years old, I'm a city department as chief of the staff. Some of the physicians have done something not right, and there is a hot discussion going on, what to do about it. In the middle of thing, I get a very uneasy sensation in my chest, and I was not feeling good. So, for a while I thought it was a reflux. We were working very hard and a lot of stress, blah, blah, blah. I neglected it. It went away. After a few days it came again. And I rationalized again same way. I'm a young, 48 year old, what that could be. But it did not disappear. So I thought, I'm a doctor, so I know what it could be. So I called my friends, the primary care and the cardiologist, asked them, hey, this is a problem. Of course, they are all friends. So everything went very quickly. We got a diagnosis of angina, which is the heart is not getting enough amount of the blood supply because of the blockage. And it is reversible. It means my heart is still intact. There is no heart attack. It is pretty dangerous. So they did the angiogram and insisted they should do the angiogram to find out what is going on. And I thought it would be very simple, right? There is a balloon, but there was no stent here. Stent was not described, invented by Dr. Palmer. And I thought they will put the balloon and I will go about to go home in the evening. They did the angiogram and holy moly, I had a very bad heart disease. 90, 70, 80% stenosis in my major artery. My artery weren't very any good. They will not even let me go home. They say it's too dangerous for you to go home because there was a clot inside one of the vessels. And bypass was discussed, and the next day I went through the bypass. Of course, I'm very nervous. I have a very grown family. I've just started a practice about 10 years, so I didn't have that much amount of a backup on the finances. So you are worried so much. What I'm going to do if I die? What will I do? Doing all that stuff, the bypass surgery happens, and out of ICU, I'm lying on the bed, and I'm thinking, what the hell I'm going to do now? How am I going to support my family? My kid still has to go to the colleges and so forth and so on. So I came up with this plan that Swarup was described. Reduce the stress, do the exercise, do the planning. It was very easy to think about. So the first thing I have to do is to reduce my stress, which I think was too much, which I thought was too much. So I applied all the vice chair or the vice thing, I made all of them very active. So a lot of stress go away, and of course we modified our lifestyle, so forth and so on. It was easy to say, but it was very hard to practice. But I was able to reduce some kind of the stress. Then came the medicine. That was the easiest part of it. My friends, Dr. is all the doctor, we sat down, come out with our regimen, took care of the cholesterol, blah, blah, blah. So that was the easiest part. The hardest part came with the food. How am I going to give up the gantia jalebi, all that stuff, and no fried food, no sweet. Anyway, we have come up the plan with the dietitian and I feel what I should be eating. And my whole group was about my age, so everybody was kind of shocked as to the amount of the disease that I have and everything. So So for a 3 months, everything went okay because you are recovering, you are determined, and then things start slowly loosening up. So fortunately for me, I had a nice amount of friends and the family. Instead of telling me, "Thoda kha lo, kya hone wala hai," instead of saying, "You're not supposed to eat. Don't eat this thing. It's not for you." I have a friend who had taken over a plate from my hand. You're not supposed to eat. So that really, the backup that really helped me. Even though I wanted to eat, everybody knows here that I'm not supposed to eat. Somebody said, "Hey, you're not supposed to eat." So even I want to eat, I won't eat it anymore. It has become so resonant in our community that, if I come to your home, I all have a rapid food ready for me. They will not let me eat any of these things. Sometimes I feel like I want to go eat some sweet. I go at night and open the fridge, but I have to clean up everything. So eventually, after 6 months or so, it started becoming a routine. So what I have learned about it, that anything you want to do, continues for 6 to 8 weeks, and you will slowly will get into it. Meanwhile, I developed a diabetes, hypertension. So all the dreadful disease now I have. I have a cardiac disease, I have a BP, diabetes, I have a hypertension. How to control all of that, and how to give up the sugar. The question is, I used to have a 2 Splenda and 1 cup of tea. How I'm going to give up this sugar? The same way, slowly reduce after 6 weeks. If you give me sugar tea now, I can't even drink it. So hope you can take that at home, saying that continue doing the same thing, reinforcing it will help you. Surgeon at the time of the surgery asked Lila, the graft that they put, we take out a segment of your vein from your leg and put in your heart, the bypass. That's called the bypass. So he's told to Lila that, listen, the bypass graft is a vein. It's not supposed to be an artery. It lasts only for 10 years. If you take a good care of it, it may last 15 years, because that time there were no stent. So take care of it and good luck. Otherwise, most of the people succumb to the death, and many people have to go to second bypass, and the results are not very good. So we are following about it, and I'm doing wonderful. Everything is going right. I'm trying to get back to normal. After 11 years, I got a chest pain again. Okay, so the surgeon was right. The graft has deteriorated, and now I have an angiogram which shows the narrowness. So fortunately, the stent was involved that time. So they are going to put a stent, and I was doing fine. Like that, it went on. After a couple of years, I was chest pain, the graft further deteriorated. I have a 15 stent, 1 fall. So the 15 stent in my graft. My graft from top to bottom is covered with a stent. Then you say, hey, wait a minute, you got a stent graft full with a stent, now we are okay. But it is not, because the stent collapse is called as this collapse of the stent, it narrowed the vein. So the another stent goes to open that one. Okay. So don't be afraid of that. I have so many stents, and the highest number of the stent is 64. And God is still surviving. There are 64 stents, and people are still surviving. So when I tell people, hey, look, I'm 83 years old, I have 15 stents, I have diabetes, I have hypertension, the reason I'm doing good is that what Dr. Sarum says, I was able to follow. I reduce my stress, I control my diet, I control my exercises. Yes, you really give it up. It's not the good story all the time. There will be days that you don't want to do that. After a long day of work, I go to the treadmill and walk, and I say, what the hell I'm doing here? But then at the same time, you realize that this is more or less compulsory. I tell you an example. I draw a inspiration for a guy who was in the club. He has a scoliosis, means a fine water, he was a hump. He has a both hip problem. Every day he would come at 6:30, walk for 1 hour. He was my inspiration. So he can walk. If he can walk, why I cannot do it? So you have to find something, some reason that you should continue. So you're exercising, particularly exercising. Find some aim, find some reason to do it, and you should be able to do it. Now, my base in empathy is the denial. Don't deny it. You are educated, you know what the disease is. Put yourself into the spectrum of the disease. Where are you normal? What kind of problem you have? Everybody doesn't have a bad heart disease like that. So you can take care of it. So educate, study about it. I'll tell you an example of how bad the denial could be. My cardiologist friend, Dr. Wilson Phillips, excellent cardiologist. He does 460 angiogram a year. He's so busy, he's so good about it. And after 10 years, when I went for another angiogram when I had pain, he was the one who did it. So after about 15 years for my surgery, I heard about suddenly that Dr. Philton had a massive heart attack in his ICU and going for the bypass surgery. So when he's recovering, I went to see him and say, "Hey Wilson, what happened? You're supposed to be the expert into everything. Did you have any symptom, anything?" He said, "I'm sorry to tell you, I wish I would have done something. And when I was doing your angiogram, I had a chest pain. You were my cardiologist, treating everybody else. He had a chest pain, he did nothing about it. And not only one time, he went and kept on denying, he did no action. Finally, after bypass, after 3 months, so there is a high price to pay for if you don't take it. It's very simple, as Dr. Devraj mentioned, that so much is available now. You can have a stent in the morning and you can go for a walk in the afternoon. It is that simple. I'm not only a survivor like that. I have my brother-in-law, Manubhai. He has a very similar situation. And he is doing very well. Would you like to say a few words? Yeah. Manubhai also has a very similar problem. Tell you one thing. The food thing was so strict for me. I go to Manubhai home and the Rika will have all healthy food. I never get to see anything. Anything with the cholesterol, no cheese, no sweet, no nothing. Sometimes you so what I'm here for. But I got one more trick. Before I go to party, I eat. So when I go party, I'm really not that much into it. I'm really not that much into it. So develop some kind of trick. Develop some kind of a trick and survive. So don't please put yourself into a situation. The Indians are prone to a heart attack, diabetes, pulmonary hypertension, and pulmonary fibrosis. You are educated enough, read about it, put it about, take action. So much is available right now to prevent everything. You can live a normal life if you act. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gunand Bhai. Such a nice life story. But just one thing, I hope you did not come here having your breakfast at home and not eating here. It's okay to eat here. Please, everyone, I humbly request, my word is humble. I hope you understand and agree with me. My humble request to all of you, please take your seats. Thank you. In continuation of what Gunand Bhai said, there are 6 important elements in the life to live a good life. And those 6, I'm sure you want to know what those 6 important elements. 1 is sunlight, 2 is good diet, 3 is sleep, 4 is exercise, 5 is good friends, and number 6 and most important is discipline. What he said is, if he would not have good friends who would not be supporting him, he would have in trouble. And discipline and no denial is very important. And that's why we say at this age, what is more important for us? We say, have good friends. One friend acts like a medicine, but if you have many friends, they work like a pharmacy, a medical store. So have many good friends, and they will be your pharmacy. Thank you. Going to our next speaker, please. Join me in welcoming our very vibrant and dynamic dietitian, Jigna Mehta. after graduating from Loyola University in Chicago as a dietitian, she has been practicing as a dietitian for 20 years. And she, being Indian and having in-depth knowledge about vegetarian food, she has a very much great interest in educating people about diet, especially vegetarian diet. All of us being from India and most of us are vegetarian, she would emphasize and she would make us more knowledgeable about diet. So please join me in welcoming Jigna Mehta. She knows she has 10 minutes of time, out of which I took off 1 minute, so she'll have 9 minutes to speak. Okay, Jigna? Thank you very much. And she's so nice, she has kept the timer on. So thank you.
Hi, it's a hot topic, so I know. Thank you very much for a lovely introduction. So this is a tough topic while we are enjoying the appetizers. I'm just going to simplify this diet by 2 words: fiber and fat. I call it fast and furious. So it's easy to remember, F and F, fast and furious. 2 things are the most important thing to manage the cardiovascular disease. There are a lot of other things, and we heard a lot of things about how to manage, how to prevent. When it comes to diet, that's my expertise, so I'm going to talk about diet part. Fiber. What do you guys think that, or how much we could be consuming in a day? Any guess? So yeah, our typical allowance, or we should be consuming 30 grams. On an average, Indians consume 12 to 14 grams after putting efforts. 12 to 14 grams we on an average consume. We need 30 grams of fiber. It's very difficult to get that, but we can make an effort, and we can take some help from fiber supplements. There's nothing wrong with that. We could do Metamucil, we could do Metamucil or Isabgol, which we have heard about. You can sprinkle on the food. We can take Metamucil in water every day, and you don't become dependent on that. That's just plain fiber, which gives you that extra 3 grams. And that's just 3 grams. We are still left with 27 grams. So we'll have to change our diet to add more and more fiber. Why am I stressing so much on fiber? Fiber acts as a scrub. We learned that our arteries get filled with all the gunk. In order to remove the gunk, we need fiber. And that acts like a scrub. It goes in the arteries and removes the gunk. And that's what we need. So fiber, there are ways to add more fibers, more fruits and vegetables. If you are diabetic, you are still allowed to eat fruits up to 3 fruits a day. No fruit juices, but 3 whole fruits a day. Apple, peach, pear, half a cup of berries, that's considered as 1 serving. Okay? So total, you need 5 fruits and vegetables total together. A variety of fruits and vegetables would be better because they have more different types of nutrients. Another thing is whole grains. Things like farro, quinoa, even to a certain extent brown rice. The reason I said to a certain extent is brown rice only has 2 extra grams of fiber than white rice. So it's not a lot of difference, but you get little extra. So it's still better than the white rice, but quinoa or farro is a better choice. You can even mix it up. That's how I introduce to a lot of my patients, and they like that. So they do quinoa and brown rice together, and it doesn't compromise the taste. So you could do that. We could do steel cut oats. That's another great example. Like for example, you can make upma with lots of vegetables with steel cut oats. So that's an option. So these are all the talks about fiber. I'm gonna touch base a little bit on fat. So we always think that fat makes us fat. There are different types of fats. When we eat a lot of fried foods, a lot of carbohydrates, which also turns into fat, that is not very healthy for us. But there are good types of fat, and there is a role for that fat. For example, if you make roti, which is, let's take a high fiber roti, which is a roti with jowar or millets or bajra. And if you add a little bit of tofu to add a little more protein and add a little bit of good fat, which is flaxseed powder, so that can be a complete meal. Or you can use a little bit of avocado, mash it up and put it in your parathas, make parathas with that. That can give you a good type of fat. there is a role of fat. Fat gives you the feeling of satiety, which tells your brain that I'm full, I don't want any more. When we don't do that combination, we tend to eat more rotis or more carbohydrates, which turns into fat. So it's a catch-22. So we want to make sure we take healthy types of fat. I'll give you another example. We can do like a half a string cheese with fruit. That can be a good combination of a little bit of protein and fat and a little carbohydrates with fiber, which is fruit. Another example is Greek yogurt with a little bit of nuts on top. That can be a great example of fiber, a little bit of protein and fat. Another example is cottage cheese. You can add it in your paratha, that can be done. So, or nuts and seeds. Great source of nutrition, protein and fat. But how much? Handful. One handful, because they do have high calories. So total nuts and seeds together, you need one fistful in a day. Now, again, I don't want to add too much salt. That's a whole different topic. I don't have, unfortunately, that much time to touch base on salt today. But you want to do unsalted nuts. You can do roasted if you have dental issues. We prefer roasted nuts, but unsalted. And that's the key. You can add even peanut butter or almond butter. Again, what kind of peanut butter or almond butter you buy matters. So I'm not advertising any particular company, but Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, they have peanut nut butters with 2 ingredients. It says peanuts or almonds and salt. And that's all you need. You don't need 15 ingredients for a peanut butter. So read labels, make sure you are eating more cleaner products, and that will help you with your weight, that will help you with balancing the diet, and of course to manage the cardiovascular disease better. Thank you.
Let's thank Jigna for giving us some great knowledge in a short time about vegetarian diet. And also my special thanks that she saved me 1 more minute, so that's so nice of you. Thank you. Our next speaker is Dr. Jayshree Vyas, whom I know for many years from not here, from back home, like we are from same area. My good friend, Dr. Vyas, she is a gynecologist from profession, obstetrician gynecologist, retired now. So you would say, we are not here talking about gynecology, right? Yes, I agree, but she has a special passion into yoga. She has been teaching yoga for many years, since 2009, and she has been practicing International Yoga Day since Modi ji started in 2015, and she has a passion about teaching yoga to other people. Let's please join me in inviting Dr. Jayshree Vyas. She'll talk to us how yoga helps in our life and how we can stay healthy. She has 10 minutes to talk. Out of that, 1 minute I took away, so now 9 minutes she has done. Thank you very much, Dr. Jayshree Vyas. Thank you.
One thing we don't want to do is say 10 minutes, 9 minutes and increase our stress, don't we? We want to make sure that we stay and accept all the situations we have, right? So, first of all, let me thank this beautiful panel, these people, all of the attendees for putting up this beautiful program. We definitely need all the awareness about, because we are so much into having fun, which is good. It's a good part of our life. But at what cost is what we have to always see. That what cost we are paying to get what we are getting. If we are getting it for free, why not get it? We are all supposedly Indian banias. So we want to make sure, as far as we become wise banias, we want to get the good quality of banyan, at the same time be wiser and be very kind and humble and use the banyan qualities into the improvement self, and self-care is the universal care. Imagine if everybody took care of self-care, no problem, right? There is no problem. We don't have to worry about anybody. So self-care is extremely important, and it's one of the best seva you can do by taking care of yourself. But what does the self-care mean? It's not just the physical. It starts from here first. Every thought comes into our mind from three things. One is information, what we study, what we learn, what we do. That's something we have control over. Other thing is from past. Whatever we have learned from past, we have no control over that at all. And the third thing is our belief systems. We have some belief systems that, Indians have certain belief systems, mothers have certain belief systems. Caste-wise also, say Gujaratis have different belief systems, Jains have different belief systems, South Indians have different belief systems. Those are on big platforms. But the small things, every household has a different belief system. So our thoughts come from belief systems, and the third one is our own information. So it is more important right now, you are all here, to get this information. It's one of the best steps you can do. Gnan is number one thing. Gnan, and then comes Dhyan. But if you don't even have Gnan, you're not going to be able to put Dhyan. What is Dhyan? Dhyan is not only a meditation. It's churning on what Gnan we have. So Gnan is the one most important part. And I thank you for all being here to get some Gnan. And whatever suits you, you meditate on it. You churn on it. And then it becomes Dhyan. Once that becomes Dhyan, then you can put it into Dharana. What is Dharana? Put it in action. Put it in practice. That's Dharana. Now you are ready to do Seva. You will see a lot of people sometimes doing Seva, very good thing. But if they have not gone through the Gnan, Dhyan and Dharana, they may develop some arrogance. Even at the higher level in temples sometimes, they are doing all Seva, very good thing. But who is going to get more Josh? Who is going to get more credit? Who is going to do this? Oh, I don't do that. Even at that level. So we have to make sure that we have surpassed these three qualities first. Knowledge, Gnan, then churn on it, what is important, and then put it on practice. Then you are ready to do the Seva. So for us, for anybody to do Seva, and the self-care is the best Seva, because everybody can do that. So just to say, I just have some salient points, I would say. Okay, so let's see. Peace is something very nicely Ilaben has started, and many of you have started. One of the very important things in our lives. It's part of our 7 inner qualities. We all have 7 qualities, every single human being. I won't go into the details of that because of the time constraint. But that's one of the most important part, and that is why we have those inner qualities, and peace is being just there. We are all doing all in the modern era, friendship with the AI, artificial intelligence, and do lots of modern things. But also now we have started going towards inner side of us, our all inner quality. We have lived with it all these years, but we have not actually looked at it. It's like having something in your house next to you and you don't notice it. So that's our inner quality, and that's the peace. And then the peace, and how is it tied down to every part of the health, let alone just the cardiac health. So we'll emphasize a little bit more cardiac health today, but that is one of the most important part, is looking at our own 7 qualities of ourselves. And that's where we can make that as a part of our integral, part of our human being, you know. So if we look at our mission, peace, hence the topic today on the yoga and cardiac health. So let's little bit talk about yoga in nutshell. What is yoga? In Sanskrit word, it's a union between mind and body. Connection. Huge. The word came from Sanskrit word called huge. And that's connection of mind and body. So when any exercise one does, even if you are just lifting your leg, and that exercise alone, if you did it with the mind and body and incorporated breath with it, it becomes yoga. That's simple as that. So anything, you can have a living yoga day, every minute. If I'm going that way, if you're looking at samosas and if having a thought, I want to eat them, I know it's not good for me, but I know I'm going to eat them, but I'm going to also be thinking about it, whatever. If mind is connected to that, it becomes yoga. Simple as that. But we have to connect our mind and body together. So when we are actually doing asanas, which is about 20% of yoga, and then that's the time when people think about yoga, they think asanas. Yes, asana is very good. It's a good part of our life practice. However, asanas done with the parasympathetic system approach, that's when it becomes yoga. What is parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system? We have autonomic nervous system, everybody has it, and it's sympathetic and parasympathetic. When we are into the fight and flight response, if suppose something happened and the fire happened, is anybody going to stay here and listen to me? No, everybody will go. So that becomes the flight and fight response. That is conducted by our sympathetic nervous system. And that's a part of our survival. So God has given us that facility. But then God has also given us parasympathetic nervous system. And what is that? That is the part of our calming down all our systems when we are not in a hurry. You cannot go to the bathroom. Right now, nobody's going to go to the bathroom here. But if they want to go, they'll go to the restroom, relax their valves. That is a parasympathetic nervous system. And they'll be able to conduct that. So that is what we need to do. So when we actually do any asanas, if we don't incorporate the mind and body together, it does not become parasympathetic nervous system play. And that's when we start yoga. So when the yoga asanas, physical part, becomes incorporated with the mind and body, it automatically becomes the nervous part of the nervous system, and you will start reaping the benefits. And your heart definitely depends on that. So this one keeps going away. Sorry for that. So looking at that, that's how the yoga helps in connection of the mind and body, calming us down. Then also, we think about it in another aspect. So meditational aspects. So one is asanas. The other kind of thing is meditation. And what is meditation? We just talked about Gyan and Dhyan. Put a Dhyan towards meditate over something you think is important in your life. That's meditation. When I do daily meditation every night, we actually have a thread on that. Anybody can join if you want. And that one we do 20 minutes of yoga. And one of the main things I usually do is introspection. I go through my day. I usually wake up around 4:35 in the morning. So I look at it, 5 o'clock I woke up. What did I do? Actively think about it. Actively. Like I said, 5 or 10, I was doing this, 5:20, 5:30, 5. And what did I do? Did anything or any thought rob my happiness? If anything robbed my happiness, I'm not being in the present moment. And that is one of the most important part about being into the present moment. And that's the only control humans have. Humans do not have any control over anything. If you hear Sadhguruji, he will say, this moment is inevitable. I took his course, I've taken several courses, and I took his course, and he was so empathetic about it. This moment is inevitable. So what happened so far, and this moment until now, is inevitable. Coming moment is in our control. And that is the only difference humans and the others have. The humans have that control of the present moment. But when can we do that control? When we actually have a control and knowledge that we are in the present moment. But if I'm thinking, oh, that person really hurt me that day, she said something so bad, it hurt my feeling. My present moment is gone. Who is the loser? I am the loser because I lost my present moment. Now I have to wait for another present moment to do something. So don't let our past rob our present moments. So staying in the present is one of the most important part, and meditation tool will help us there. So you sit down and talk and think about it in any form you want. Kind of consider Raj Yoga meditation, because you are actively thinking. Your meditation doesn't mean you should not think. We'll never get rid of the thoughts. It's part of our life. So we have to just control and have a control over our own thoughts. Because each thought leads to feeling. Feeling becomes an attitude. Attitude turns into actions. Repeated actions become our habit. Our habits turn into personality. And what does personality do? Take us to the destiny. So, thought takes us to the destiny. So that's the control we have. But how do we know if we keep on living mundane life? We are not going to be in control of our own thoughts. So go through your introspection daily. Think about what is taking robs our happiness in a daily, and where you can improve. And only thing you do in that introspection is that never justify your actions. And you should never think about anybody else. Even if somebody comes and slaps on my face, at time of my meditation, he or she slapped my face, is never a thought which should come in your meditation. It should be only that hurt. What did I do wrong maybe? That it won't happen again. And even if you didn't do anything wrong, that's fine. That God put into that. If you believe in the karmic theory, it's easy to explain. That that must be my karma. That she or he had to be instrumental in doing that. For whatever, it's not important. It happened, check yourself, did you do anything to deserve that? If you did not, move on and pardon the other person. So those are the very important parts of the lives. I have my lot of YouTube videos. One of them I strongly recommend is 8 Spiritual Powers. I have compiled it with so many gurus and so many even Americans and all the different ones, philosophers, and then I have just simplified it and put it in a proper way. You will all enjoy it. So you can go to my website and look at that. You will really like it. Okay, thank you. 8 Spiritual Powers. And my YouTube videos is Dr. J's Yoga and Unseen Values. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Vyas, for such a wonderful presentation and education about yoga. I know we are running a little bit short on the time. We have extended our program a little longer than what we were supposed to. But still, I'm going to ask if we have a few minutes to talk Q&A, or if we want to not to take question and answer. Okay, I'm hearing that let's not. Okay, if anyone has any burning question about what we talked, we'll allow 2 questions. So, any burning question, please. Anyone has any burning question? No. That means that our speakers have done such a wonderful job that they educated you so well that you are not left with any question. There's one question coming up. Please, you can stand up and talk. Yeah.
I heard only effective proven diet which reverses the heart disease and de-knowledge diet. Even UCL started their program, de-knowledge program, which they cancelled now, which insurance was covering.
Let me have one of these 3 experts answer that question, either to cardiologist or dietitian. Who wants to? Okay, Dr. Swarup will answer your question. Thank you very much, Dr. Swarup.
Yeah, I think it's a good concept that we can reverse the heart disease, but let's not get too carried away with that. Dean Ornish is the cardiologist for Obama, also for Clinton, and of course Clinton is doing well, but he went through bypass surgery, second bypass surgery, other surgeries, and in the TV he doesn't look as good as used to. Obama so far is doing okay. Yes, Dean Ornish's diet was approved by insurance companies because he did a great job. Now, if you take somebody with a younger person with a plaque which is not as hard and calcified. So, if I have another minute, Dean Ornish himself actually dropped out of medical school. He thought everything was done. He went to India. He spent a lot of time in different ashrams. Then he got his things back. Came back, went to med school, and his diet actually is very much like an Indian kind of diet. So incorporated those things. It's a very, very strict diet. It is effective. So I would tell it is effective. And then actually what he did, he gave some groups in his diet, another group, he did do the angioplasty. The outcome was similar. So that way I think you're in the right track. But it has to be early stage, not wait till somebody has a lot of calcified plaque. It will not reverse that. But if you do it early, yes, it will work. And it is similar to many other diets. So it's good if you are, like Dr. Gurvanti said, be careful. If you have young, you're early, then go and start on this diet. And many other diets are there too. So yes, I agree, Dean Ornish is a good diet. I also want to caution you, let's not think that, well, I'm going to do everything now, and when whatever age I am, I got multivessel disease, I'm going to go on Dean Ornish diet. It's not going to help that. But in early stage, it will. You need any more clarification? Yeah, it is, yes, it is covered by, I think, Blue Cross in certain areas. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Swadeep. We have one more question, last question, and then we'll be finishing. Sorry, I heard that hand first. I'm sorry. So go ahead and you can talk. Yeah.
Good afternoon, doctors. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to ask. Actually, last year I have got some heart issues, and the doctor says my heart was just 25 to 30%. So I don't have any blockages though. But I'm just wondering, like, how can I improve my heart rate or my heart? It just works like 25 to 30%. So I'm just wondering, like, if you can help me.
Dr. Devraj will answer this question, and I think after this we'll stop the question and answer because we have some other programs coming up. Thank you.
Yeah, the condition wherein you were I presume when you say 25 to 30%, you're talking about what we call ejection fraction. Every time the heart contracts, it pushes out the blood in a particular percentage. Usually 50 to 60% is within normal range. If it falls below that, we call it as decreased ejection fraction, and that's what we call cardiomyopathy. In those situations, it depends on what is causing the problem. If you are many times you get viral infections and then you develop weakness in the heart muscle. Many of them reverse in the course of time, but some of them will persist and continue to have cardiomyopathy, and most of the times you just have to be on various medications, and ultimately if it comes to that point, maybe a candidate for heart transplant, something of that nature. Whereas there are certain things that can be reversible, people who use certain drugs, people who are drinking alcohol, and those kind of people, if they stop their bad habits, maybe the heart will start functioning normally and reverse itself. And the people who have the heart in the arteries, coronary artery disease, then it causes some damage. In those situations, if you improve the circulation, the heart muscle recovers to the part partially. However, there are now medications that can be used. There are a number of medications that we use in people with this kind of situation. And those medications, if you continue taking them, over a period of time, your heart function may improve. Or sometimes it may remain stable, but you still will be able to perform normally. However, if you have developed heart failure, then it will definitely affect your longevity. So it is a spectrum. It is not one disease that causes the weakness. So there is a spectrum of diseases. Depending on what caused it, we can see whether it will improve or whether it is going to be worsening or stable.
Thank you, Dr. Devraj. Thank you. Let me tell you, we are not done with the program. We are just in the middle of the program.
Make sure
We have not so full extent.
Make sure you have an AICD. If you have a number 20 to 30, no medicine is going to help you. I mean, it will help you, but you make sure you have an AICD. Have they given you the AICD yet or not? Defibrillator? So there is something wrong here. You need to go back and check. If you're 25 or 30, within next few days you should have an AICD. Because otherwise a very high risk of sudden death.
What are the false negatives?
There's no false negative. If they're diagnosed it properly, because that is the guideline. Because you hear people who have low ejection fraction, those are the ones who get sudden death with arrhythmia.
I think it would be difficult to resolve this issue in 2 minutes here because there might be some interrelated problems. So it's better you talk to the cardiologist in detail and don't be disappointed with the answer what is given. You will be still good. Okay? Thank you. Now. I still, as I mentioned, we are not done with we are in the middle of the program, but I want to take an opportunity to thank you all. You are a wonderful audience. Without your presence and without your cooperation, we would not have been able to do what we did today. And I want to thank our Peace Center committee members to allowing me to chair this program. Thank you very much. And last but not least, if you liked anything and if you enjoyed it, if you want to thank all these volunteers who have worked hard, please compliment them. And because with their hard work, this has happened. And if you found any shortcomings or there were any faults, you can blame me for that. I will learn from it, so next time I'll do a better job. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to invite Kevalji Kanda and Vijaybai Patel to take care of the next plan. Thank you.
Alright, so good afternoon everyone. Hope we had a very knowledgeable seminars. The mission of Peace Center is to promote peace and harmony in the community. And as you all know, community is comprised of individuals. And if individual is not healthy and fit, he cannot be peaceful and the community cannot be peaceful. So I truly appreciate the efforts that Dr. Shah has taken to lead this panel of incredible professionals to come here and talk about how we could be living a healthy life. So as a token of appreciation from our organization, we would like to offer them shawls. I'd like to call Manubai, if you could please come here. Manubai, Ilaben, and Kevalji, if you can please present them shawls. So let's start with so I'll call one by one, and if you don't mind, please join us here. So I'll start with the first speaker, Dr. Sachindra Swarup ji. I'd like to call Dr. Devraji. Kevalji will listen. Jigna Mehtaji, if you could please. Dr. Vass, if you could please come. Dr. Rohini Deshi will felicitate. Dr. Gunman Mehta, if you could please. Yeah, I was trying to. he is also the vice chair of the Peace Center, so I'm trying to say him at the last. And then, of course, the chairman after this. So then Dr. Jaysha. So just to be transparent, we have 5 shawls and we're trying to circle this around. But Dr. Jaysha, thank you so much for your leadership. Just not here, but for many organizations. Sorry for the echo here.
Can you give me just 1 minute? My friend, we have a really good speaker, and they have given a very nice, smooth way all the knowledge about heart as a lay person is need. I'm really happy with all of you and with speaker and all the audience. Thanks for supporting the Peace Center seminar.
And just wanted to continue with Dr. Shah's. We had introduction briefly, but he is the president of Jaina, which is the association of the associations of Jain centers. Vice president. And he has been doing a wonderful job in the community for almost 20, 30, 40 years since how long he's been in this country. So very honored to have him lead this past president of Jain Center and current vice president of Jaina. He has been done a wonderful job in serving community, passing on his knowledge to the youth and to the entire community around the world actually. So we're really honored to have him chair today's event for us, and thank you so much, Dr. Shah. Alright, so we also do the recognition of awards for Keval Kandaji. Manubhai, if you could please come up, we'll be honored to have you. We're going to present award to Kevalji and few other people. So we need someone who has authority in the community, and you are that person. So please come over. So we're going to award Dr. Jaysha, Dr. Ashok Madan ji, and Keval Kanda ji. So those of you who do not know Manusha, I'm sure everybody knows. If you do not, especially youth, Manusha is an entrepreneur, businessman. He built the company ground up from scratch, and the company is like now $3 billion revenue. He went to a college, visit here, Veer Mata Jijabai Technology Institute, many years ago when I went there. So he's a fellow alumni from my college. Honored to have such a great personality from a college, and has been serving community for many years. He built an organization called MSI International, and thank you Manubhai for honoring our guest here. Now I'd like to honor Keval Kandaji. Kevalji is a community leader. Those of you who know him probably for the last 40 years, he's involved in community and supporting many organizations. Currently he is the president of URASC of Southern California, United Association, Indian Associations, and being part of FIA, Lions Club, many other organizations. So Kevalji, thank you so much for your service to the community. We also have an award for Ramesh Ramnanaji, but we'll talk about that later. So before that, we want to really get this momentum of conversations going. And as I mentioned earlier, a healthy mind is really important, and it starts with a healthy body. So we have youth organizations. We also have felicitation from 2 members of city. Okay, so let's change the plan. I know they have a very busy schedule and the both of you have to go. So to respect your time, let's change it a little bit. So we have a proclamation from City of Artesia. We'd like to get that first as soon as possible, and then we'll get the SMAP youth as well as so-called channel youth. So Aliji, Zin, if you could please come on.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. It's absolutely my pleasure to be here to present this award alongside with my council colleague, Councilwoman Zila here, who was just elected to our great city of Artesia. She worked really very hard on the ground, knocked each and every door to implement this. So I just want to ask you to give it up for Zila. I'd like to say a big thank you to especially the audience. Your presence makes a huge difference. Your engagement, especially the speakers who have made this morning absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much to all the speakers, inspiring everyone and giving a lot of education. Thank you so much. Today we have two recognition awards from the great city of Artesia. Those awards are for Desha as well as for Aparna Hande. I'm going to read it. Well, why don't you please?
Thank you, Mayor. So for Dr. Jayesh Shah, on behalf of the City of Artesia, we recognize his efforts and outstanding leadership and services as an event chair for the 7 Peace Center Seminar. Thank you for promoting health and wellness in our community and making all your efforts and initiatives impactful. We appreciate your commitment and contributions towards creating a healthier and more peaceful world. Thank you.
And it's signed as of today, signed by the mayor and the entire city council, including Mayor Pro Tem, council members Hermoso, Councilman Manalo, and Councilman Zila.
To all of you and all committee members. Thank you.
The next one is to Aparna Hande, and I'm going to have Zil read it.
On behalf of the City of Artesia, we, the city, would like to recognize and commend Ms. Aparna Hande for her exceptional service as a co-chair of the 7 Peace Center Seminar, Healthy Heart and Peaceful Life. We recognize your commitment and community engagement and wellness advocacy. We appreciate your invaluable contributions in organizing and supporting this successful event that benefits the well-being of all of our community members. And I personally have seen you work so hard and been at every single event that has to do with gathering community and making sure that we are prospering and also maintaining our health. So thank you, Ms. Hande. You're an inspiration.
Thank you very much.
So before we let them go, we all want our young generation to be part of the community leadership. And Zil, before we let you off the hook here, we want to hear from you. Quick message. Aliji, your quick message as well. Very quick message on peace, very quick message on the community.
This is...
Oh, thank you, Mr. Batel. Yeah, I'm always appreciative of all the efforts that we take, especially Ms. Ila Mehta. You've been quite brave in starting this organization, and wanting us to, think about our mental health and health in general. We must be healthy, and as Dr. Jayshree Vyas said, self-care is the ultimate form of health practice that we can conduct for ourselves. It's the most peaceful. So first, when we take care of ourselves, then only can we take care of other matters. So really important that we do self-care. And then on matters of peace, I couldn't commend my mayor, Mr. Ali Taj, more. He's always been neutral. He's always been very kind and compassionate and understanding of all people, coming from all walks of life. And I couldn't be more proud of representing my city from an Indian background, standing next to a man who comes from a Pakistani background. Like, this couldn't be a more peaceful symbol, in my opinion.
Thank you for your kind comments. We work really well together at our city council. We support and move forward our city agenda. And that's what we are elected to do. We are elected to move our city forward with finance, with everything. And that's the goal of our city. And no matter where we come from, and that is, just like Seal said, a testament of peace. And working together, moving forward. I just want to say one quick thing, which is we lost our dear friend Ramesh Ramlani, and he was part of this community, and we lost him. He was an advocate of peace, and we will always remember him in our thoughts and prayers. But in closing, I'll say this: Gandhiji said very nicely and very beautifully, "Eye for an eye makes the world blind." So his message was, work together, let's sit down together, and let's create peace and harmony amongst each other. So with that, once again, thank you all so very much for being here. Thank you for making this entire morning and afternoon a wonderful event, and especially to Anita, Dr. Apurne, as well as Dr. Shea to do this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor Mr. Taj, as well as Zilji, council member. Appreciate your support. Thank you. So let's get to the next section of the program, where we are going to have youth provide their perspective on health and wellness. So we have two organizations, SMAP Youth. Those who don't know SMAP, it's Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Antarashtriya Parivar. Youth is the initiative under SMAP that's really promoting a good role model and how to live your life in a very healthy and confident way. So we have three members from SMAP Youth Group, Ishan, Aditya and Manas, if you guys please come over. And then after that, we have SoCal channel, have two other youth members coming and talking about their perspective on health, wealth and happiness. So let's start with Ishan. He's current president of SMAP Youth in Los Angeles.
Hello everyone, my name is Ishan Patil. I'm from SMAP Youth. These are my friends Aditya and Manas. So today I'll be talking about what, in my opinion, is the most important aspect of living a healthy life, which is diet and exercise. Well, obviously I'm a high schooler, so I'm not an expert on this, but I can share my own personal experiences that guided my growth toward becoming healthier in my own life. So I'll start off with a basic statistic. Did you know that over 60% of adults live with a preventable chronic disease? A disease that is often a result of poor diet habits and lack of exercise. I'm currently on a journey to improve my own personal health and well-being. A couple of months ago, I picked up going to the gym and eating healthier. Well, obviously it's been hard for me to cut out all the I've really been trying, and I've grown a lot, not only like physically but mentally, because cutting out sugar, cutting out a lot of processed foods can benefit your mental health as well. So now, although it's really hard, I stay motivated because I know how important it is to be healthy and hopefully take with you so I can have an impact that way. So I'll be breaking down two simple pillars of living a healthier life. Firstly, getting essential nutrients. So the first one is get protein. So you can get protein through a variety of different sources. For example, you can get it from lean meats, eggs, and for all the vegetarians like me, soybean, and tissue recovery. In addition, I'll also be talking about getting healthy fats, which can improve brain function, hormone support, and are commonly found in foods like nuts, olive oil, and avocados. Our next pillar of a healthy life is exercise. You guys might be wondering, why is by many other previous speakers, but I'll be sharing my personal experience with it. So, physical activity has been shown to boost almost every single system inside your body. I know since I started going to the gym regularly every week, I started feeling better mentally and physically and been more efficient in my day-to-day life. Studies by the American Heart Association show that just 30 minutes of walking a day can improve heart health and mood by over 30%. In addition, it can decrease the chance and risk of a heart attack by over 50%. These small actions, going out, going on a walk, and getting some fresh air can have these immense benefits. So I just wanted to share that with you today. So that's kind of what I wanted to say today. But I also wanted to mention, related to walking, tomorrow SMAP Youth is planning an Alzheimer's Awareness Walkathon. So if anybody wants to get involved in that, I have some flyers up in the front, and you can always come up to me and contact me about it. I'd be happy to share more information. Thank you.
Thank you, Ishan. We have Aditya now. Ishan is a rising junior in Cerritos High. And Aditya, if you could please come up.
Hello everyone, my name is Aditya Komaragiri. I'm also a rising junior at Cerritos High School, and I would just like to share another little personal experience of mine in why diet and exercise is such an important factor in not just heart health, but just your overall health and your overall life. So, in my brother's junior year of high school, he realized that he was a little bit skinnier than the other kids by I don't know, maybe 30, 40 pounds. My entire family's short, so he decided, okay, I'm going to start heading to the gym. So he decided he was going to get a membership to the local Planet Fitness, and he started working out very diligently, actually. Sorry, for the first few months he worked out at home. He did ab workouts, we bought a pair of weight-changing dumbbells, and he did home workouts on YouTube in our living room. And he followed them diligently until eventually my dad let him get a Planet Fitness membership. And at this point, he built the habits, so he started going regularly, and he saw results. He put in the effort, and he saw results. He really did. He gained a lot more muscle. He just out of force of habit started eating better. Every time we went out, he'd decide, sorry auntie, I don't want to eat the donuts. I'm on a diet right now, and he'd decide to eat dal instead of donuts. Right? No one else would do that. But he decided, he decided that was the stuff that he was going to take. Now, a couple years later, I decided that I was going to follow my brother's great example, and I was also going to head into the world of the gym, right? And since I began my gym journey, I have loved it. It's been a really big aspect of my life, and it's taught. If you don't work hard, you're not going to get good results. It's taught me delayed gratification. It's taught me a lot of things that I can apply to different aspects of my life. And I'm so glad that I learned this because of my brother. It's taught me how to eat healthier as well. So, now my dad is currently in his early 50s. He turned 50 recently. He's 51 currently. So, probably similar age range to most of the people in the audience right now. And he's not in the best shape, but he's not in horrible shape, right? He occasionally, with my mom, likes to go walking. He never really used to do much other than that, but he used to eat a good amount of food, and he enjoyed it a lot. But recently, me and my brother have started getting him into the gym more and more, and he started working out at home. He started taking 10-pound dumbbells, doing arm workouts, and he's enjoyed it. He's slimmed down quite a bit, and I believe that if everyone in the audience also follows his example, everyone can benefit. Thank you.
We have Manas Goyal, who is also rising junior in Cerritos High, and is going to provide his perspective.
Hello everyone, my name is Manas Goyal, and I would like to share a personal experience that my partners just talked about. A personal experience that I've experienced is I'm actually an explorer with the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department. And what that means is basically what you can compare as an internship to a business owner, right? Since I'm under 18, I can't legally be a police officer yet, but it's one of my goals to be in law enforcement as a professional. But getting here was no easy feat. I actually had to attend what's called the Explorers Academy. And in this Explorers Academy, 25% of what we learned was a lot of physical strenuous activities, which include cardio, strength exercises, and a lot of flexibility, as someone in law enforcement really needs. Police officers can't just sit around all day and eat unhealthy foods. So they taught us this by making us run miles every day, or every Saturday, sorry. The program's every Saturday, as I still attend high school. And we did a lot of running, a lot of push-ups, a lot of sit-ups, you know, classic military style workouts. If we mess up, get on the floor, do some push-ups, right? The usual, what we see in the movies. But out of everything, this program taught me a lot. You know, not just, how to do push-ups, but I learned more outside of the program, how to wake up early, be more disciplined. And it not only helped me in the field of law enforcement, but I'm actually in varsity tennis at Cerritos High School, and it helped me a lot there too. I'm way better at running, and it overall helped my wellness. That's me. I came a long way. And I know it helped me a lot, but what I noticed was the people around me also were affected heavily. My father the other day asked me, you know, he didn't expect me to start running, you know, asking him, let's go to the gym, let's work out. And he said he kind of got inspired, which, you know, I felt pretty heavy. He's my dad after all, right? So then I told him, you know, it's not that big, we can work out. And he kind of got inspired from me. So the message that I would like to spread is, you know, put yourself first, but also realize that you want to be an inspiration and not a deterrent, right? At the end of the day, we're all going to be great humans, but it's also what we put out into other people's minds too. So, thank you.
Thank you, Manas. If I can please request the guys in the back, please. Guys in the back.
Hello, guys.
Alright, so guys in the back, if you could please bear with us. It's very hard to get youth involved in our generation. So thank you so much for the 5 youth to come here, represent themselves, and then talk about their journey, which is inspiring to us. So please have kind respect for hearing us out. We have 2 more girls now coming from SoCal channel. Aditi and Radha, if you could please come up and talk about your perspective on how to stay healthy.
I hope you're all doing well today. It's nice seeing some familiar faces in the crowd. My name is Aditi Bhattacharya, and I'm a rising junior at Whitney High School.
My name is Radha Garg, and I'm a rising sophomore at Kennedy High School.
And we have many leadership positions, and we are also part of the youth program and chapter for SoCal channel. So today we're going to be talking about having a healthy heart and a happy lifestyle. So we all know how important exercise and diet is to us. But did you know in every 5 high schoolers worldwide, 2 of them are facing mental health challenges? These mental health challenges don't just impact our brain, they impact our body and mostly our heart. These mental health challenges, such as anxiety, depression, stress, peer pressure, academic pressure, there's so much that goes on to and impacts the mental health of these adolescents and teens that it impacts our health, our heart, and just everything else. Having these mental health issues creates a rise in our blood pressure, changes our habits, and just changes our lack of sleep and so much more with our body.
A key second part of this is coping with academic pressure. Academic pressure is a key component, especially in our South Asian society, as a lot of kids, they feel stressed, anxious, or even depressed when they try too hard to be perfect or to meet those extremely high expectations set by people around them. If they don't find healthy ways to cope, it can hurt their mental health over time, which can lead to heart problems. Another key part is peer pressure and identity issues. They make teens feel like they have to change who they are to be accepted into this society, which can cause stress and low self-esteem. When they struggle to feel accepted or understood, it can lead to anxiety, sadness, and other mental health issues. Access to mental health resources is also very crucial. When teens don't have access to mental health resources, it can be hard for them to get the help they need to feel better and get back on the right track. Without support from counselors, therapists, or trusted adults and friends, their struggles can grow worse over time. It is important for teens to have better access to mental health resources as the numbers of increasing mental health problems become more prevalent today, tomorrow, and every day in the future.
And it's not just that, it's also social media. I mean, look at how many of you guys are on your phone right now. It's become so addicting for us, and for teenagers, and for adults, that it's something that is just taking over our minds, and it's impacting our body and our lifestyle. So it's important to make healthy decisions and think before you do. I mean, you could just go meditate, take a walk, just spend less time on social media, go outdoors. So yeah, it's not just about a healthy lifestyle, it's having a happy mindset too.
Thank you for listening to our presentation.
Alright, so we have some special recognition for the youth by SoCal Channel. So Zil, you are just a youth representative, why don't you come up? Just give them the special appreciation.
Thank you so much. I would like to especially thank the youth and everybody and give them the award from SoCal Channel.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Nashma. Great job. Give it up for SoCal Channel, giving this commemoration. And all you guys are so mature, and just hearing you talk makes me so happy and delighted to know that you guys are headed in the right direction. So good job. And let us know if you need anything.
Thank you everyone, the youth team, thank you so much, really appreciate it. We will need more youth involvement in the community. Our culture, value system, what we believe in is going to continue only when the youth believes in it, guys. This is how the cycle of life works. So we have to appreciate what they have, we have to appreciate what they do and encourage them to do good things. So with that, I'll request Keval Kandaji to talk about fundraising. Gunman Mehta, Dr. Mehta, please come up and then talk about fundraising, how we can help out this initiative going forward.
Hey guys, before we start the fundraising, I have one small announcement. On August 9, we are having Independence Day celebration from UIASC, and this admission is free. And we'll also provide lunch, dinner for everybody who's going to join. But you have to register, call any member of UASC, and we will register your name. You will get a ticket for the free dinner. Thank you so much. 9th August is in Kennedy Center of Performing Arts in the city of La Palma. Thank you.
I'd like to invite Ashok Patnaik ji as well. Ashok ji, please come on. Ashok ji is a commissioner in the city of Cerritos. He ran for city council election as well last year. He's going to try it again next time. and engineer by profession and now currently banker. So Ashok ji, if you want to say a few words and help us out with the fundraising initiative, with Keval ji of course.
Hello. Thank you very much. It was a fantastic event. Thank you, Ilaji. Thank you, Aparna ji, Vijay Patil, Dr. Shah, everybody for hosting a great event. And I'm really thankful to the organizers to have the youth participate in this program. Never seen so many youth people come and speak on a subject which is kind of boring, right, for them. But thank you again for allowing them to participate. What I'd like to do is, I don't know if you have any kind of envelopes or anything like that. I would like to have some of the volunteers to go around and see if they can get some donations. You know, every event, non-profit, for-profit, requires money. You need the money to be spent on infrastructure. You need money for food. You need money for entertainment. And all these things cannot happen with paucity of funds. So you need funds to defray the cost for all the expenses that we incur. So please write whatever amount you want to write, whether it is $10, $100, $500, will all make a difference, right? So if you would kindly write a check in the name of Global
Peace Center Los Angeles.
Peace Center Los Angeles, I would really appreciate it. Thank you again, and let's be generous, let's be humble, and let's flash out our wallets. It's not much, it doesn't cost much. Any amount is good enough. Thank you again. Thank you for allowing me to speak. Vijay, back to you.
You know, people say that money is not important, but money is important. Without money, we cannot do anything. So please be generous, donate whatever you can donate, and that's the only way we can continue doing this kind of programs and bring all the important information to you guys. Thank you.
I know, Bonnie, you're good at that. Come on, let's go. Let's see you in action.
Hello everybody, I'm not going to give any more speech, so don't worry about it anymore. We're going to talk about money matters today. Money is very important. Open your hearts and open your wallet. Let's start now. Okay, let's start with a small amount of donation. No amount is small or big. Everybody, who wants to go first? $50, going 1, 2, 3. Who wants to go first? Come on guys, just $50. If you go to a restaurant, all right, we have our first door. Please, can I have your name, sir? Ashok Shah goes first. Anybody next? Yes, ma'am? Krishna Murthy. That sounds like a famous name. Of course. Thank you, Krishna ji. Thank you, Ashok ji. Come on guys, you can do better. Let's go to each table. Don't feel shy, and no amount is small or big. Any amount of donation goes towards making that we can have these events every year in Tandoor, and you guys can feel satisfied.
Thank you so much, Baniji. Really appreciate it.
I will let you know, we are just giving you card, pledge card. If you feel comfortable, give small donation. I got to pledge with $500 from MSI, from Manu Bhai, and other $500 from Dr. Gunwant Mehta to sponsor fellowship. Thank you.
Thank you, Ilaji. That goes a long way. Again, guys, let's get your wallets open and ready, and let the money keep pouring in. Each table, whatever amount you want to donate. Any amount is, no amount is big or small. Come on. And Manuji, thank you so much for your generous donation. All right. And we would request the people at the back if you could take your seat. And please, the program is not over yet, and we would like to continue. And continue donating. I think the youth has passed this pledge cards to all your tables. And I would like to thank Vijay ji for bringing the youth and the SoCal channel youth, so that was a very important part segment as well. Thank you everybody, keep donating. Yeah, people at the back, if you could please come back, the show is not over yet. Picture to abhi baki hai mere dost.
Alright, so what's the next one? So we have two beautiful performances. So let me see what's so is Venkat Padiji is here. Venkatji.
Venkat Paddy, where are you?
Alright, so we will. Alright, is Venkat here? Venkat Paddy. Alright, so we'll just Venkat was here. Alright, so what we'll do is, those of you know this already, Ramesh Ramnaniji, who was part of our organization, we lost him, and the reason was because he was young, had no other issues, and it's pretty unfortunate for all of us that we lost a community leader who has spent most of his life to help the community out in different forms, Sindhi Association, FIA, Lions Club, name the organization, Peace Center, who was part of us. So guys who are in the back, if I could please request all of you, we'll do a 30-second, guys at the back, we'll just do a 30-second silence for Ramiji to... Hello? Hope you can... Guys, can you hear me in the back? Alright, so maybe I'm not loud enough, I guess. So we're going to do a 30-second silence for Ramesh Ramnaniji. Those of you who missed what I said, he was a great community leader, supported many organizations, he's not among us. And the reason was heart attack. Guys, the table in the back, if you guys please come up, sit on the table or just stay where you are, but we need your help in just observing a 30-second silence for Ramesh.
Come on people, all the way in the back, please don't talk, have a respect for Ramesh. Get over here, take your seat please.
We'll just do a 30-second silence as I mentioned. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you. So,
I just want to make this point about this conference. Ramesh was one of the wonderful persons. Okay, we know there are heart disease in our community. So don't sit around, don't be a sitting duck, do something.
And he is the one person I have never seen him getting mad on anything. You ask him 10 times a day, I want to make flyers, I want to make this change. Thank you, his family, wherever they are. We're really going to miss him. And he was the nicest person. Thank you so much.
So his spouse and his family couldn't make it. I spoke to them, met with them last week, and they honestly said they are not to communicate to them that we really care, we deeply care about the loss of Ramesh. It's really lost by all of us. So with that, let's transition to the next item. Ilaji has some good news she wanted to share. We have some. Right, so we have two dances back to back in honor of the loss that we experienced, and we have Doom Dance Academy. They're going to perform two dances. First one with a small little next generation kids for us, and then the next one is the group dance as well. So, Arvinji, if you could please play the track. So. Beautiful, thank you so much. And this is our generation, as I mentioned. We have one more donation from Geeta Harinathji, $25. Thank you so much, really appreciate it.
जलप्रवाहपावितस्थले कलेवलम्ब्यलम्बितां भुजङ्गपुङ्गमालिकान्तमड्डमड्डमड्डमन्निनादमड्डमर्वयं चकारचण्डताण्डवं तनोतु नः शिवम् जटाकटाह सम्भ्रमभ्रमन्निलिम्पनिर्झरी विलोलवीचिवल्लरी विराजमानमूर्धनि ज्वलल्ल करे रति प्रतीक्षणम् हराधरेन्द्रनन्दिनी विलासबन्धुबन्धुरस्फुरद्दिगन्तसन्तती प्रमोदमानमानसे कृपाकटाक्षधोरणी निरुद्धदुर्धरापति क्वचिद्दिगम्बरे मनो विनोदमेन्दुभस्तुनि जटाभुजङ्गपिङ्गलस्फुरत्फलामणिप्रभाकरम्ब कुङ्कुमद्रव प्रलिप्तदिग्वधूमुखे मदालसिन्धुरस्फुरत्वगुत्तरीयनेतुरे मनो विनोदमद्भुतं बिभत्तु भूतभर्तरि
So, Laban, if you could come up for a second.
Our board member, we have decided to give all 6 children a $25 prize. It's beautifully they did dance here, and don't have to getting bored with a lot of speaker, but speaker are also
The team. This, as I mentioned guys multiple times, The culture is going to continue if you encourage them. This is our small token of appreciation for them to get an encouragement for future participation. So really appreciate it. And Doon Dance Academy, thank you for what you did for us. We have those two songs were dedicated for Ramesh. As you can see, they're more religious and dedicated to Om Namah Shivaya. What a powerful thing, right? So dedicated to Ramesh. And we have now Priyaji and Rajeshwari Kulkarni ji. If you could please come up. We have one song from them.
Also, I have announcement. There are 3 people joining Peace Center board. There are 2 committees, one executive committee. There are 50 people there, and they join with their donation to Peace Center. And these 3 people, Mr. Ashok Patnaik, then Sudeep Gorakshak and Charu. Charu Shiv Kumar. I am very happy that they are joining the Peace Center board. Any of you wanted to join, we are very happy, and we will work together with the friendship and more peace we can bring here. You can tell something.
Well, Ilaben, I'm really honored. And you know what I'm going to do today, Ilaben? I never get a bouquet of flowers. But today I got a bouquet of flowers from Venkat Paddy. Venkat Paddy. He has formed a new association and they have honored me with a bouquet of flowers. But this bouquet of flowers is going to go to you.
What a nice gesture. Let's peace mission. Jai Ho. Peace mission. Jai Ho. Peace mission. Jai Ho. Thank you.
And I know that this board is in good stead, in good hands. And for someone who has traveled from Ohio, that was 5 years ago, and trying to do the same thing, emulate what she had already done very successfully, I think it's a matter of pride. Thank you, Ilaben, for inducting me into this board.
Thank you, Ilaji. It's my honor. From the day one, even before day one, when she had the plan for Peace Center, she always said, like, you know, after 20, 30 years, it's in your hands. Like people like Charu, Vijay Patil, Dr. Supreet Mukherjee, it's in your hands to run. And I always told her, no, Ilaji, we will always be your followers, because her dedication, her determination, and her tireless efforts in putting things together is amazing. And it's something I learned, and I'm always proud to say, Ilaji, Dr. Manuel Bhai, or like role models that you want to follow, like how you want your senior life. You don't have to read books, just look at their life and follow that, and it will do. Right, Vijayji?
Absolutely, well said. Thank you so much, Charuji. And just so you know, they are just now part of the board member. Doesn't mean they're new to us. They're involved in Peace Center from day one. Charuji was the chair of the event last year. Ashokji is involved from like at the beginning of this entire movement. So honored to expand the board, and thank you all. Really appreciate it.
I really asked my friend, those who are working for different activities, I like if they can join the Peace Center Executive Committee, and we will be very happy with that day by day, and this friendship will go up to the end of the life. Will stay always with us, and one by one will take care for the peace.
Thank you, Laban. Before we get started with the last performance, remember I was calling Venkatji. So Venkatji is here, and Venkatji had the pleasure of working with Ramesh Ramnani for a period of 10-20 years, long time. And we, as an organization, have come up with a plaque award for Ramesh's service to the community. And I'll request Keval Kandaji to present that plaque. Ramesh's family couldn't make it, but Venkatji, if you could please accept on behalf of your colleague, your friend, I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. And then Venkatji.
Hello everyone. I think most of the people may know about me. I was part of different organizations in Tokyo as well as in Colaipa. Colaipa is County of Los Angeles Economic Professional Association. We all work for the county, and myself and Rameshji, we both to work together almost for 15 years. And he is one of the best person I can say in my life. I never met this type of person. Like he's always true guy. Whatever you need, he was there. And 3 days before also, before his passing away, I spoke with him. He was absolutely no issues. He was totally alright. And maybe the God is wants him back to his position. That's the reason he left us so soon. And he was very good community member. He was serving for Colaipa as well as Tokyo, a different organization. You name it, you call it. Like, I can say only one thing. He have only friends. He don't have any enemies. You ask anybody in Southern California, Ramesh Ramnani, everybody knows about him. As of today, I really, personally, as an organization, as a community wise, we miss him a lot. It's hardly the family is not able to make it today. Still, they are in very shock and they are not able to digest that Ramesh Ramnani's loss. So that's the reason they're in shock. They are not showing up anywhere by the public as of now. We don't want to disturb them, let them take some digest that, and definitely in the future we'll call them again and meet our community. But on behalf of our entire organization, we are always there for Ramesh Ramnani's family. When he left also, we are not going to leave alone their family. We are there as a family. It's a big family. Definitely we'll support them. We are always there. And thanks for the award that's given Kevalji, Vijayji and all other people. Definitely this is something we recognize. You might be watching from heaven. Definitely he will praise us. Wherever he is with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, Venkatji. Very well said. We echo his feelings. And for this event, Ilaji just gave me this event survey. If you have any opinion that you want to express, how we can do this better, how we can improve. The goal here, the mission here, as I mentioned, is promote the peace and harmony through dialogue, to promoting the cultural values of peace for everyone. So survey sheets are here. If you'd like to participate, I will hand it over to them. And then with that, I think let's start with the concluding performance. All right, 1 minute.
We got some few more pledges, and we got in 3 committee members. 3 people are joining today. Priya, Rajeshwari, come on here. Come on. One more person we needed. Sinduri. How about you? One sentence.
Namaskar. For Ilaji, I already gave her a beautiful dance correction on Mahatma Gandhi. Right? And first of all, we have to learn a lot from her. My God, she's really dynamic. I always tell Ilaji, I don't know how you do. So thank you very much, and inviting me. And I'm also going to be an active member, and I do my best for you.
Instead of Ilaji, talk about Peace Center. What you got?
Thank you so much, Ilaji, for inviting us. So, as a new committee member, our goal is just to promote peace regardless of religion, regardless of nationality. So that's what my goal is for in Peace Center, to bring more people visible. And yeah, just so we can resolve our problems peacefully and just promote peace and well-being, because it's not overrated. It's something that we need more than ever. Thank you.
Thank you, Ilaji, and I know most of you here really humbled and honored to be part of this. We will try our best to work together in a harmonious way. Thank you.
Jai Ho, peace, peace.
I also want to recognize Anil Parekji. He was the chairman of one of our past events. So Anilji, if you could come up and you want to say something that's like a 1 line, 2 line, because I want to make sure we get started with the performance.
Thank you, Vijayji, Ilabe, and all the Peace Center team. I'm already an executive committee member. Now, I request everyone to join and support. This is the things we're supposed to do as a community, and we need each and everyone to join. Thank you, Vijayji.
Thank you so much. I also want to recognize Manik Bujwalaji. He was our chairman for one of our events. He's there as well. Anyone I might have missed, my apologies, but I was trying to cover as many people who have contributed, participated, laid us as much as possible. And let's start with the concluding performance, Rajeshwari ji as well as Priya ji. Thank you.
So, we're going to sing a beautiful song. You can all sing with us if you know this as a chorus, please. Check. 1, 2.
Anybody who can sing, please come on the stage. Aki-san.
5 minutes of performing. 5 minutes.
तू अमावस को कर दे पूनम
बने हम
कब जुल्मों का हो सामना तब दूरी हमें थामना हो बड़ाई करे हम बड़ाई करे नहीं बदलेगी वो कामना मर उठे प्यार का हर कदम और मीठे पैर का ये धर्म नीली पर चले और बदी से डले ताकि हंसते हुए निकले दम ऐ मालिक तेरे बंदे हम जय हिंद
रानी कुस्ती जी रानी कुस्ती जी
So, alright, we'll conclude with the vote of thanks by Rani Ji. Rani Ji has been involved in the community for many years. She was a practitioner nurse, and you can see in many organizations, whether it's Independence Day, whatever celebration Indian community is doing, she has been an integral part of it, especially doing the hard work behind the scene. Always helping people, directing the traffic, where to go, registration, and as I said, anything that requires hard work, Rani Ji is doing that for us. So Rani Ji is going to offer a vote of thanks on behalf of the organization. Thank you, Rani Ji.
Hello, everyone. Hello, can everybody listen to me? Can you hear me? Okay. I just want to say on behalf of Peace Center Los Angeles and its founders, Dr. Gunavan Mehta and Mrs. Ila Mehta, it's my great honor to deliver this vote of thanks as we conclude today's inspiring and impact event. First and foremost, a heartfelt thank you to all our eminent speakers, Dr. Jay Shah, Dr. Satinder Swaram, Dr. Narayan Devraj, cardiologist, Dr. Gunavan Mehta, interventional radiologist, Dr. Jayashri Vyas, yoga instructor, Ms. Jigna Mehta, who is a dietitian, and dedicated co-chairs, Dr. Rohini Joshi and Aparna Hande. Your insights reminded us of the value of preventive care, balanced living, and holistic wellness. We also deeply appreciate thanks to outstanding leadership involvement with Ishan Patil. His presence was very inspiring. A warm thank you to registration team, Sunila ji and Bharat Shah ji, and of course myself. And decorations by Miss Ila Mehta and Sunila Shah. And behind the scenes brought the grace and organization of today's event. We are grateful for the sponsors, volunteers, and the food committee. A special thanks to Radhika Patel ji and also to Ramila Shah, Mr. Keval Kanda, and the Tandoor restaurant and its manager, because they helped to organize the special Jain food menu with generosity and thoughtful care did not go unnoticed. Our thanks to Mr. Ashok Madan for personally sponsoring the Suraj Award and contribution of $250, including Mrs. Ila Mehta. Appreciation awards went to Mr. Ashok Madan, Keval Kanda, and Dr. Jay Shah for their continued leadership. But wait, I have to thank few more people, so just be patient with me a few more minutes. Dr. Gunavan Mehta, Vijay Patil, Keval Kanda, and Paddy Venkat, thank you for leading the tribute to late Shri Ramesh Ramnani ji community. Rajeshwari Kulkarni and Priya, thank you for your heartfelt songs and touching layer of our time together. We also thank Subhash Tolia for the sound system support and Mr. Arvind Patel for digital Zoom coordination. Cable Kanda ensured smooth seating and guest planning. Mrs. Ilya Mehta and Aparna managed guest invitation and the program outline. Speaker coordination and the PowerPoint preparation by Aparna Hande. We are grateful to also the members who did the fundraising. SoCal channel, Mrs. Bani Mukherjee for helping to extend the thanks and for today's message. We are honored to have the presence of the Mayor of Artesia, Mr. Ali Taj, and the Councilwoman, Ms. Zeet Ahir, and other special guests who have attended. Most of all, thank you to each one of you who attended, who took time on a weekend, and your presence gave this gathering a meaning and a heart. And this event was dedicated to late Shri Ramesh Ramnani ji, and we thank his family for joining us in remembrance. Before closing, I would like to say how grateful I am to have had this opportunity to support the event in few meaningful ways. I assisted with the registration, helped with the food coordination, and honored to help to manage the timing and the flow of the event. It was a joy to serve alongside such a thoughtful and dedicated team. So let us go forward. The compassion, the wisdom, and the connection we share today. May we all continue to strive healthier, mindful, peaceful lives. Thank you. Wishing you a safe travel home. उसका नाम है अमजद. I also would like to thank the photographer who took the different shots of nice people here. Thank you, sir. Hamdad, Mr. Hamdad. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.